You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time for you to decide. Are you going to be the creator of your reality, or are you going to continue to live in the frequency in a limited matrix? This is Manifesting Miracles. I am the one and only Michelle Juanita Lamont, and you are listening to Manifesting Miracles because you are absolutely ready to step forward, to bring light to the universe, to empower yourself, to be an energetic being, and to live in a reality in which you are creating and co-collaborating with the Creator, the one and only, the God, the universal energy of everything that ever was and ever will be. And if this is your first time tuning in, just know that each and every episode, my goal is to help you navigate through this matrix, understanding why you've created it the way that you've created it, why you've endured the things that you've endured, help you come to your place of higher state of being. I want you to see yourself in the light that you are divine, that you are blessed, that you are known, and that this is a vibrational matrix. I want you to understand that there is social programming. And today we're going to discuss the state of the matrix and manifesting. And here are the three big ones that I want to talk to you about. Understanding social programming, the nature of time and energy, because really we all think that we're on this clock, but we're going to get into it, and empowerment through awareness. And first, I want you to understand that there are 156 billion with a B solar systems. We're in one, with one sun and one planet and one moon. And in all of the infinite ways that the one Creator has decided to communicate love throughout the galaxies, throughout the solar systems, is with perfection and divine timing. And yet, when we incarnate onto the teaching planet called Earth, all of a sudden we are indoctrinated, especially if you live in, if you're a European, this may not apply to you, but in the United States, we are under a pressure cooker to get things done, and that we have a finite amount of resources, we have a finite amount of time, and that the more people who are in our space, the less opportunities we have. Everything is about me, me, me. Nothing is about universal us, oneness. A lot of people hide behind religion and then use those religious manipulation tactics to indoctrinate us and to manipulate us into believing that this is how we become a good person. And if we're good people and we sit pretty and we do the things that we're supposed to do, all good things will come to us. And if not in this life, in the next. And all of that manipulation is all a part of the matrix. First of all, let's talk about how we all grew up. No matter where you lived, you had an education of some kind. So if you're going into a building that your parents are telling you to go into and the teachers are telling you to be a good student and do the good things and listen to what you're supposed to do, you're automatically taught to not be yourself. You have to be good. You have to fall in line. Why would that be? If every single person is an individual being, my DNA and my thumbprint is different than yours, okay? And the way that even twins have differences, even people who are quadruplets say that they all have their own personalities and they all have their own states of being. In a world where the nature is individuality, in your matrix, you are taught to be a follower. You were taught that if you follow the rules, you are going to earn a good living and live in the good way. And that is just not true. So as we went from the age of Aquarius and the dawn of Aquarius prior to 2020 to the age of Aquarius, where everything on the planet just went into warp speed. And so the matrix started to fray and the matrix started to crumble. And what is part of that? Money, intelligence, fame, the way that we process information. So all of this can be explained through AI, through people learning things in quantum speed, almost instantly learning new medical procedures. We're seeing this from the way it was in the beginning. We were a society who were barely horse and buggy. We thought we were really living the high life when we were horse and buggy. And then you're telling me we went from that to building the pyramids in Egypt, to having electricity inside of these tunnels, to having, to being able to craft these, not only just in Egypt, but all over the world. And and by the way, all of the pyramids that are in Japan and Egypt and England, all over the world, hidden by mountains, hidden by foliage on purpose. You can go look it up. They're all on the meridians of the highest energy points, almost like they're pointing up to the universe to tell the spacecrafts or the intelligence where the highest center points of energy are on this universe. And we are supposed to believe that we do not live in a vibrational reality. The science doesn't prove it. And the way that we are all indoctrinated in the same way proves that we need to sit still, look pretty, shut the fuck up, and take our medicine. And all of us are waking up and realizing that we are all being manipulated. And we're being manipulated by our whole social structure. And therefore, the whole social structure has to get burned to the ground. And if you want to create in a matrix that is free and allows you to create and allows you to communicate on all levels in a frequency way, on ways and miracles that you can't even fathom for yourselves, then you have to stop living the way you've been taught to live. These social expectations, they shape our career choices. They shape our relationship ideologies. Why do you think 67% of Americans get divorced and 50% nationwide in non-Muslim countries when they don't allow divorce to be divorced? The way that we see ourselves. If we all walked around full of ourselves, which is a statement that is contradictory and it makes you feel like you're some sort of narcissist. Well, let me tune you in. Everybody's a narcissist, baby. You better get on board of being a narcissist about yourself. I used to thought it was too much to be proud, so I would hide my pride. And now I shout it from the mountaintops, and I allow myself to be free, and I allow myself to create, and I allow myself to be seen, and I allow myself to be heard, and I allow myself to be known. And I ask you each and every time to share this podcast to raise the vibration of our reality. And let's talk about the media and social media. These narratives reinforce these limiting beliefs and fears that you have to do it this way and you can't do it outside the box and very few people make it and only 10 people become stars and blah, 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 blah. And the educational system, we're going to drive you to a building. We're going to tell you to conform. We're going to tell you to not be yourself and to not have a personality and to be good and do these things and not wear your hair how you want to and not wear your clothes how you want to and not be who you are and listen to somebody 8 hours a day. Why? Because we're going to factory farm those babies, those children, those individual soul light energies, not into creators, not into educators, not into light beings, but into controlled other human beings for the matrix to suck their energy and suck their joy and take all their money, their energetic vibration, their belief system and money. And so now what? Then we're taught the next lie, that there's only so much amount of time, and that in this time that we have to hurry. And so they put the carrot in front of us, and everybody feels like they're on this pressure cooker to have some sort of time, but time is an illusion. Time is not real. You are creating with the creator. And so therefore, if you all experience COVID, you can see that time is an illusion. How did those 2 years just fly by? How did that even happen? Because everything in this matrix, you are leaning into that reality. Therefore, you can only experience that reality. Einstein's theory of relativity. Time is relative and not an absolute constant. Why? Why would the greatest scientists say it is not an absolute constant? Because it is not an absolute constant. Because when you match the frequency with the energy, it must manifest. That is physics. Albert Einstein. In a vibrational reality, what you feel the most, you harness out, you create with. And what about quantum mechanics? It suggests that the past, the present, and the future all exist simultaneously. You can't go into your garage and grab a box of 2019 and pull it out and put it on Facebook Marketplace and sell it. It doesn't exist. And memories can be altered and changed. Your mind can completely believe something happened that absolutely never happened. And you believe it to be true. And so therefore, if you took a lie detector test on it, it would come out as true. Now, what about just the actual cardiac rhythm in our body? Our bodies show us that we operate on a natural cycle. The heart does not have a 24-hour cycle. Neither does the liver, neither do the kidneys, neither do the lungs. Nothing does. Nothing. And you know what else it doesn't have? A rigid timeline. It is not in your body waiting to beat the clock. It is happening on a natural, rhythmic cycle. And when you get in tune with you, baby, you become a force in nature. You become a force in nature. And how do we break free from these social norms? Well, the first thing that we have to understand is that we are on a path of self-discovery, and we have to have an authentic life. And when we are so off our path that everything seems dark and desperate and sad and it's all falling apart, it's because the universe is trying to close and seal shut every single door that is not leading to the divine light that is within you, that you will see as your manifesting vibration. And when you start to align your personal values with the things that you are absolutely passionate about, not only are you going to feel so fulfilled, not only is it going to come so easy to you, not only are you going to love everything about it, you're going to understand that you have self-actualized yourself into a new timeline. And that creative freedom is everything in the universe. There is nothing simple about anything in the universe except that everything in nature is self-contained. And everything within you is self-contained. It's the outside you that seals the deal for the inside you. You're not meditating. Good job. Now you're going to have stress and heart attack. It's going to be harder for you to be creative. You're not really journaling. You're not really listening to this podcast every day, every single day. You're not signing up for one of my digital courses. You're not working with me with coaching. Whatever it is that you are not doing in your reality, you are then creating more and more and more of that lack. And stepping outside of that societal expectation is going to create and innovate all of the things that you came here to be the creator of. And everything is the basis for energy and the vibration of it. Everything in the universe is made up of energy. Everything. Google anything and say, what is the energy of? They're just vibrating at different frequencies. Let's talk about the string theory. One of my favorite poets and singers, Taylor Swift, talks about this in one of her songs. But it's actually a scientific fact. So it proposes that the particles are one-dimensional strings vibrating at a specific frequency. And when that other string meets that vibration, those two things align or become a visible reality. So those invisible strings are actually tying you to all of the things that are possible for you to create in your matrix. And then there's the resonance. Objects are always vibrating at a very specific frequency. That's why you can go 432 megahertz. You can put something on these tetrahedral plates and find out the geometric pattern equals a certain frequency. It's never ending. And everything in the universe speaks the language of vibration and math. And what is the law of attraction exactly? Well, this is the theory of energy, right? Because when you're tuning into a higher vibration to manifest something you're currently not experiencing, that positive thought, that positive emotion is going to attract what? The like frequency. Higher vibrations correspond to positive emotions like love, like joy, like gratitude. And when you visualize and speak those affirmations first thing in the morning, you're aligning your reticular activation system with the highest possible way to create each and every single day. So what are some of the things that we can do? First of all, meditation. Calms the mind, aligns your energy, lowers your heart rate, expands your ability to create. It opens up your frequency. It lowers tension in your blood. It increases your life cycle. It gives you deeper sleep. People who meditate make almost $1 million more in a lifetime than people who do not. So if you're hungry for money, you better start meditating. And you're about to say, oh, I can't. I have ADHD. I can't. I understand. I was the same way. I literally couldn't sit still for 30 seconds. There was so much trauma in me that I just couldn't sit still. I'd be cleaning, I'd be doing something, I'm watching TV, I'm walking around the house. And then I would start 25 projects and never finish any of them because my brain just couldn't sit still. So I just started doing guided meditations 1 minute at a time. I went to YouTube and I searched 1 minute guided meditation, absolutely free. And then I worked it up to 3 minutes and 5 minutes. And with a guided, they tell you a story. So you're literally just listening to like my feet went into the sand and then you can hear the sound of the ocean and then you saw the sky. Oops, wake up. It's 1 minute and then you're done. And that fixes your brain. And when you focus on things to be thankful for, it raises your emotional state, which makes you a higher vibrational place where the string theory would come in and things would start aligning into your reality. I spent 18 months in a mindfulness cognitive therapy program. Mindfulness is thinking about something in a very soft way, being present in the moment, increasing your awareness and connection to that vibration. So literally sitting there and watching my dogs look out over the sunset and appreciating that they just are having the best life ever. That's mindfulness. Watching your child color in peace without violence in their home, with food in their refrigerator, with a mommy or daddy, or mommy and daddy, or however this social structure is for your family. I accept all and welcome all. Love knows no bounds. And you're sitting there staring at the child coloring, knowing that you're giving this child a very powerful upbringing. Or maybe it's just you and you're on vacation and you travel all the time because you quit your corporate job and you got rid of the structure and the fear of a mortgage and you just decided to travel for the rest of your life and to live on your own terms, and I applaud you. But when you practice mindfulness and you're sitting in that moment and you're contemplating all the things that ever have been and ever will be and how beautiful it is to be alive in this beautiful time and moment in the matrix, and you shut out all of the things, all of the noise, all of the pain, all the suffering, all of the things that are supposed to distract you. Because that's all it is. New distraction, new distraction, new distraction. To keep you from realizing how completely powerful you are. Between your social media, the media, education, everything creates your family structure, the religion that you grew up in. It's all a way to block your individual freedom and expression. And although adversity will lead to profound spiritual insight and growth, overcoming these challenges is going to build that inner strength and resilience. It's not supposed to be a lifetime sentence. This one person that I was working with explained how she had really failed her daughter and how she had really put a lot of energy into her second marriage and the shame that she felt about it. And her daughter would be killed in a car accident at the age of 21. And she really just felt immense guilt. So she married the second husband when the daughter turned 17, and the daughter died before her 22nd birthday, sometime between the 21st and 22nd. And she had been this very connected, very loving daughter. She met the wrong person, really big narcissist. You know, that's what they do, isolate you from those who love you, et cetera, et cetera. And she really just ignored her daughter. And she cannot get over it. And so I explained to her, first of all, time is an illusion. Second, if you study near-death experiences, you're going to know that energy doesn't die, and she's just as much with you right now as she was the day that she got in that car. And that she had a whole lifetime of these beautiful little moments of mindful memories that you created. And I said, tell me about everything. She said, oh, we did Girl Scouts and we did this and we did that. Okay. There is no reason for her to fixate in the beyond for this 5-year on a dot scale of time, where time is an illusion, and you think of universe as never ending and never beginning. How could 5 years be anything? And if you're going to talk about it in Earth years, what about the 17 that you were this exemplary mom and you got divorced because you got bamboozled by this guy? Okay? When are you going to allow the 90% to be the story and not the 10? And we get stuck in these traps and these illusions of suffering, and that somehow, if we were not the best version of ourselves in the moment that this situation happened, we don't deserve to have a good life. All of the hardships that we've endured, we were self-creating to be able to forgive, to learn, to grow, and then expand. It's understanding that we are all here to heal difficult experiences that highlight the need to heal and transform from those experiences. And then as you start shifting through the matrix, these synchronicities start to happen. Viewing challenges as signs and opportunities for learning, seeing that your inner wisdom is trusting intuition and inner guidance, and to navigate through those hardships, that universal connection, understanding that we are all connected to a greater universal plan and purpose, to one creator energy of the one of all. And I want this for you. And I want you to know that because you are in this time-space reality with me and all of the others that you've created, I applaud you for picking such a fabulous fucking podcast. And I want you to understand that spiritually, emotionally, vibrationally, it's just getting started, baby. You have to trust in your innate ability to create and manifest your desires. You have to just go all the way in the rabbit hole and trust that the universe, that having faith that the universe's timing and the support for you is never ending. This isn't your first time here. This isn't your first time incarnating. You have to know your life path number. And even if you're a life path one, and you can listen to my episode on life path numbers. And after this episode, I want you to go binge all day long. I want you to move your energy into the reality in which you are not walking in fear and an indoctrinated matrix where you believe you need medicine. No, you need healing. You need sunlight. You need grounding. You need to understand your chakra system. You need to work with your crystals. You need to see that you are the co-creator of your reality. You need to bend the matrix. You need to take the blue pill, not the red pill. You need to move forward. You need self-love. You need to understand that when you affirm it and you visualize it and you journal it, you are going to create it based on your ability to receive it. And down the rabbit hole we go. And this is how we manifest in this matrix. So as we wrap another powerful episode of Manifesting Miracles, I ask for your time in this moment to affirm to yourself that yes, I am the creator of my reality, and I am going to make every single day the reality that I believe I came here to create. I'm going to step into every grocery store. I'm going to step into all of my shoes, all to my lives, all to my moments, all to my fears, and all to my judgments. And I'm going to send love into everything. I'm going to radiate. I'm going to illuminate. I look above myself and I see the spotlight over my head, and it's shining so beautifully over my crown chakra, and it's sending light all the way down to my third eye, to my throat chakra, to my heart thought chakra, to my sacral chakra, to my root chakra, and illuminating everything that ever was and ever will be. And I cut all ties to all negativities, and all divine oneness aligns with me in this moment. Do you say yes? Do you affirm? Call in your vibrational reality and watch the matrix bend. Now, let's wrap this puppy up in 3, 2, 1. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Together as one. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything, everything, everything. I cannot wait to meet you on Zoom. I cannot wait to work with you. You are the best investment you can ever make. Believe me, I will change your life. All right, producers, cue that motherfucking music. Go and manifest your miracles. And until next time, go binge and share with 5 people. Let's go. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance. And yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen, I fucking believe in you. And it's now time for you to win, win, win! Yes! Yes!